Hello, this is Chaotic Fringe with a really quick special report from Comic-Con. This is day one of Comic-Con, and wanted to do this special report because it was something that I've seen that I have found interesting at the convention. I thought that the kind of biggest influx to the convention was going to be a lot of girls being at the convention. Now, when I say girls, I don't mean women dressed up in skimpy costumes. I'm not talking about booth babes. I'm not talking about women in respect of women. I thought the change was going to be that there are a lot of girls that are there. Girls that might be interested in Twilight or anime or Hunger Games, something like that, that give a different kind of dynamic to the convention. I thought that was because going to the convention and seeing a lot of girls there, and not just, not with their parents, but on their own, going in their groups. It was kind of like what I had seen year after year after year with guys going to the convention. But there's actually something even more spectacular than that. Now, Comic-Con last year, and I was actually in a seminar when someone talked about this, and it made perfect sense. Last year, you saw lots of people with their smartphones at the convention in numbers you really hadn't seen in a long time. And I don't mean just smartphones because they were calling people on the phone. We're talking dealers who were doing transactions with the smartphone, looking things up with the smartphone, comparing prices with the smartphone. They were using a smartphone as a really important tool. And that was last year. This year, kind of going with the trend, there were so many of the shops that I saw going to the convention floor today that were using this. Yes, they were using tablets and iPad tablets. That's what they were using. I saw hundreds of shops, and I would say a good 30% of them were using iPads or tablets in one way or the other. And some of the booths, I went by the DC Comics table area. The DC Comics area had Apple iPads all over the place. There were probably, if you went through that huge display that they had with their products, they probably had about 20 iPads showing the comics or having you sign up for freebies, things like that. And that's what it's being used for a lot. It's like I had someone scan my badge real quick so that it pop my information onto their pad so they could email me product information. Last year I had a bunch of people do that with the iPhone, but they're now doing it with the iPad. So iPads and tablets are the newest, biggest thing at the convention. It's changed a lot of things. I saw just regular people walking around with the iPad, and I do have to say something. Obviously, I just showed you my tablet, and I didn't take it with me today. When I went to the convention, I actually had my iPod with me. I won't get into the whole specifics of it, but my tablet has a long battery life, and I can make it go even longer with a little add-on that it has with it. My iPod died after 4 hours. I was using it so much just communicating with people and things like that online, it died. So tomorrow, the tablet's going. And we'll see how it does. So that's it. That's been the most unusual kind of trend I've seen, is that so many people are using tablets and iPads, to do their business or to communicate with people. And you would think with something that size that wouldn't really work, but it does. So that's it, and I will give more information from the con as it happens.